Let's bring in now Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano as we continue to watch the White House. Judge, always great to see you. I really want to pick your brain with this first question. And I've been talking about the differences between a Rosenstein, whether it's today or a later date, actually resigning or the president firing him. Can you drill down farther?
Well, if the president fires Rosenstein, he'll be disregarding the advice of many Republicans, not the least of whom was Mitch McConnell, who last week said, please dial back on the tweets about Dr. Christine Blasey Ford, and please don't disrupt the Justice Department, because that is going, and don't do any of this before the midterms, because either of those things are going to make our job confirming Judge Kavanaugh more difficult and our job trying to keep the Senate and the House more difficult. On the other hand, if the president were to fire Rod Rosenstein, or if he were to resign, he is Jim Comey's best witness on the obstruction of justice charges, because he was there when the president said, come up with and give me a basis to justify firing Comey. Here's what I want to do. Here's really why I want to do it. Now you make it look kosher.
Okay, so you've just given us the political side, and I also want to talk about whether or not the president could fill this position if by not resignation.
Well, the Justice Department, by federal statute, must be run by a human being who has been confirmed by the Senate. We have Jeff Sessions, who's the AG, but he has removed himself from the Mueller probe. So the Mueller probe must be run by someone who's been confirmed by the Senate. If Rod Rosenstein leaves today, the next person in line is Noel Francisco. If he otherwise doesn't want to do this or can't do it, the next person in line is Stephen Engler. Beyond that, there's no one up there that I am aware of who has been confirmed by the Senate, so one of the two of them would have to do it. I don't think it brings about any change in the Mueller investigation at all. No, I don't. Mueller has profound legal and ethical obligations to seek the evidence that he has been charged with seeking and to prosecute if he feels he has a strong enough case. And I don't see his new bosses, if there are new bosses, interfering with that.
Before I pass this on real quickly, a quick follow. What about the new deputy AG then firing Robert Mueller? Is that possible?
Yes. Yeah, the president can instruct Rod Rosenstein to fire Bob Mueller, and the president can instruct the new deputy AG to fire Bob Mueller. Look, the president will eventually want his own deputy AG. No way the Senate is going to confirm that person between now and the midterms. They're probably not going to confirm that person between now and the new Senate coming in right after the first of the year. And they might be confirming two people, an attorney general as well as a deputy attorney general that time.
Can I ask you real quick, because this is Melissa, you say that the president wants his own person in there as deputy AG, but technically Rod Rosenstein is his own person.
Yes.
Because Jeff Sessions picked him,
yes,
wanting somebody who is sort of a career in the department who could kind of give him the ins and outs, right?
All of that is correct. You know, the president has this attitude about loyalty that even if you are my person, even if I made you the attorney general, even if I made you the deputy attorney general, if your behavior manifests disloyalty as I define it, I don't like you staying there. But you are quite correct, Melissa. The president nominated and the Senate confirmed Rod Rosenstein. Jeff Sessions suggested him because Sessions has been in the Senate for 24 years, even though he's a former prosecutor himself, and he needed an old hand, so to speak, to be his chief operating officer of the Department of Justice, which is what he got in Rod Rosenstein.
Judge, Chris Bedford here. Looks like I'm missing some great weather back in D.C. So, Noel Francisco, this guy is a rock-ribbed conservative. He's a Scalia clerk, Federalist Society kind of guy. If he were to take over this job, were this actually be a true story, would he need to be reconfirmed by the Senate, or is he already a political appointee and he's able to do the job?
So he then becomes, that's a good question, Chris, thank you for it. He then becomes the acting deputy attorney general and remains as solicitor general. He does not need to be reconfirmed. Trump can keep him in that position for the duration of Trump's presidency, or he could nominate someone else for that position pending confirmation by the Senate.
All right, Judge Andrew Napolitano, I'll see you next hour as well as we break it down as the story moves forward. Thank you very much.